Now, meanwhile, heavy rains have left several roads across the country impassable. Our newsroom has received reports of flooded streets littered with debris. Joining us now to talk about those issues is the communications manager at the National Works Agency, Mr. Stephen Shaw. Stephen, thank you so much for joining us. Now, based on the list that we have from the NWA, it's a bit long, but which areas are most impacted by the flooding? And I also understand that there are landslides.
Yes, there are 4 parishes that are impacted: St. Catherine, Clarendon, St. Thomas, and St. Andrew. By far, Clarendon is the most impacted insofar as flooding is concerned. We have several areas that to this hour remain underwater. The road from Source Upturn to Maypen, there's flooding there in the New Longsville area. The road from St. John's to Pedro, there's also issues there. Thanks to Mayor's Bridge at Crooked River, Mayor's Bridge to Granite Bridge, flooding is there. Kellits to Matney, there's also flooding there. We have a breakaway on the road from Summerfield to Thompsontown, a landslide. Just about half an hour ago, I got a report of a breakaway on the road from Lower Chapelton to Rock River. So these are the areas in Clarendon. Also, since Monday, we have been having flooding in the Intone area, sections of Carter Hill and also Spalding.
But Stephen, where Clarendon is concerned, the issue of flooding seems to be an ongoing one. Why hasn't the drains been addressed?
You know, we have been addressing drainage issues there. So, for example, the flooding that is taking place along the road from Kellits to Matney, there is a drain, the Mother Robert drain, that was recently cleaned. I'm talking about within the last couple of weeks. We have been cleaning some sinkholes and drains in the Intone area. It's just a matter of the drainage systems being overwhelmed by the amount of rainfall that those areas would have been experiencing over the last 3 days or so.
But isn't it time now for us to consider or to explore expanding those drains?
Yes, there is that possibility, but also we have to look at the lay of the land. Many of these areas are located in low-lying, they are low-lying areas that lend themselves to flooding whenever we have this kind of deluge.
Now, how is the ongoing rain likely to impact the timelines given for the completion of road projects in the corporate area?
Well, I don't really foresee any major issues. We have not been able to complete some paving works. Persons would have observed us putting on the second lift of asphalt along Barbican Road. We are doing similar work along Constant Spring Road. We continue to finalize the sidewalk works along Hagley Park Road. So these activities we can move through with, just that we have to make use of the sunshine. So between the hours of, say, 6 and 2 p.m., we have to ensure that we get maximum work in.
And finally, Stephen, where there are landslides, has the NWA been able to go into these communities?
We have been able to deal with many of these. We have landslides impacting the road from Gordontown to Guava Ridge, Papine to Red Light. We also have some issues in St. Catherine, the Natural Bridge area. We had a rockfall in the Rio Cobre, in the Bogwat Gorge this afternoon. We're actually monitoring the water levels within the Rio Cobre because the water there was rising, and so we are watching that to see if at all we will need to issue an advisory to say that no one should enter.
All right, thank you so much. Communications Manager at the National Works Agency, Stephen Shaw, joining us here.